This is a meeting of the Parking Authority. It's a regular meeting being held Thursday, February 29th, 2024 in Independence Hall at, and also by Conference Bridge.
Great, thank you. Good evening. Just want to first call to order the meeting here. I know Eileen circulated the agenda earlier this week. In first order on the agenda here is just to approve the January 25th meeting minutes. I know I personally had no comments to them myself. I know there was one item there that just authorized us to transfer money over to the STIF account for upcoming expenses this year, but that's the only probably item there. So if no one else has any further comments here, I'll make a motion here to approve those. All in favor?
Well, someone's got a second.
Yeah, someone's got a
second.
Great.
Was that Greg?
It was Greg.
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you. And then next here.
Take all in favor.
Oh, I said, all in favor. Sorry.
Aye. Yes.
Excellent. All right.
Aye.
All right. Got everybody. So next here is just, Eileen's going to give us a quick update on
Okay.
office report.
Okay. Today we had around 875 cars at the lots, which is pretty typical for a Thursday, with the majority being at Fairfield. I don't have the exact percentage, but it's the same as always, as I have reported. The month-to-date daily average is about 160 day parkers per day, with Fairfield being 96% of those.
Mm-hmm.
And year-to-date, the average is about 200, and Fairfield is 92%. For permit staff, so far this year, we've sold 1,915 permits. Fairfield is 87%. This is 300 fewer than pre-COVID and 75 fewer than last year. As in the past, 60% of the people who request a permit, like more or less go on our wait list, actually take the permit. Mm-hmm. Moving on to the security camera upgrades. We will be upgrading them very shortly in the next week or two. I have Optimum modems new updated modems were put in, and I've been talking with GoNetspeed. We don't have fiber at the stations. They have it around the area,
right.
And they can petition UI to get access to the poles, and that can't be denied, but it's just a process, and it takes 3 or 4 months. So there's no, if we go with them and give them the okay that we would probably be interested, they will go and petition. They won't do it without our interest. And I asked what would happen if we, something happened and we would change our mind. There's no penalty to us. Mm-hmm. The using fiber versus coaxial is, and
like night and day.
Cable modems is, night and day, and it's the preferred. I talked with IT for the cameras that are used, and they're trying to get fiber, wherever they can. Right now they have cable modems as well, and it works. But ultimately, you'd want to have fiber.
Would
so
we have to
it's
bear
an
that
option.
expense? Would we have to bear that expense, or that would
No.
be okay?
So the amount would be about $165 a month, which includes we need to get like 5 static IPs, so you have to buy a block of IPs. Mm-hmm. And so it would be about $165 if we signed on for a 5-year contract.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk to the board about how they felt about that. Right now, the cable, I was able to negotiate a new thing with them month to month for $100 a month.
Okay.
Per location. So that's $65 cheaper.
Right.
But you're talking about cable modems, and we've always had problems in the past, but I don't know now with getting better modems and so on, if we'll have the same problems.
Right.
Was the problem more the equipment, or was it the service?
Yeah.
It was one of those things where the vendor and cable were both pointing fingers like that. So it's hard for me to tell where the real problem was.
Right.
So I'd like to know what the board thinks about this, and if you would like me to go forward and say to Go NetSpeed, yes, go ahead on and please request the access rights.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can find out later on.
Okay.
So any thoughts on that? And believe me, I looked at all different scenarios. Verizon does not have, Verizon Fios is not in the area. Frontier has DSL, which is not good.
Right.
You'd rather be on coaxial than DSL. And they do have a fiber alternative, but they were $500 a month per location.
Oh, gosh.
And they could reduce it down to $400, but they couldn't get down to where we're at. And I also talked to one other, but these were my best alternatives. To do cable or to go NetSpeed.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone have a view here? It sounds like the price point differential is roughly $65 a month.
Right. If we signed for 5 years.
Right.
If we signed for less, the price would be a little higher.
Sure. Got it. I mean, it sounds like the fiber optic seems to be the way to go. I know, has anyone have Go NetSpeed in their house that either has a view or no view? I know there's usually a debate on that sometimes I see, but.
I have it. There's no issues.
Okay, good. I say for the extra, incremental money here, I mean, we really want to get, we want to get high quality. If you have, we've got nice equipment, and if to get suboptimal, potentially cable, and you can get slightly
communications
better.
of any kind, if they're not,
it's going to be where it looks silly.
Speeds are too low and so on, it's not going to be good. There's always, you never know if there'll be an issue.
Right.
And you'll be sorry that sorry that you didn't get it, or whether there'll be no issues and you'd be like, oh, why did we spend it?
Right.
I don't know, but I just wanted to see if anyone had any strong opinions. Otherwise, I'd like to go forward and tell them, get the access rights. And if something comes up, you have that option of saying, we can't do it.
Yeah. I'm in favor.
The guy I'm working with is actually, he's out of Fairfield, and he's been very accommodating. So I don't think that I'm going to get that much better of a deal out of him, but I don't think it's too bad. Right. If we didn't need so many static IPs, we could get it for less. But that's what we need in order to have all of the equipment hooked up and so on.
Okay. I'm in favor of it, unless anyone else
I don't think.
Has a different view here.
Yeah, does anyone else have any comment at all?
Not me. I'm good with it.
Okay.
All right,
I'm fine with it as well. I mean, I always trust your judgment on this.
And it sounds like you've done significant due diligence, so that's why I have no questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't really have much to contribute on this one.
Okay.
But I mean, again, if something goes wrong, there's a way forward, right? Still.
Yes, we can stay with cable.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's really the only two options out there, cable or fiber.
Right.
And fiber's not, unfortunately, it's all over town, but it's not at the train station.
Of course.
So it's right down, it's like a road away, but it's not there. And so this, I think it would be good for us to have it and be a dedicated fiber for our purposes.
Okay. Good.
Okay. The next thing, I just want to give you a quick update on the coffee shop. So, he's targeting mid-March. Looking at the calendar, that's probably, if he's choosing a Monday, that would be March 18th. It dependent on the health department, but he's been working very closely with them and kind of going back and forth with, is this okay, that kind of thing. So he's a little ahead of the game with them, and he's started some construction. It looked like it had slowed down. I know he had to go away.
Looks like it's almost ready, though.
But he said that he's got people coming in, and he was away, but he's back, so he's gonna, really try and get everything going. The display cases are all coming in the next week or so. So I'm gonna meet with him next week and just kind of go over where he's at, that kind of thing. And I had said to him early on, March 1st would be ideal.
It doesn't look
If
like
not,
tomorrow.
March 15th
I
or
looked
whatever,
today.
March 18th.
Yeah.
But, I don't want to see it be May and you're still not open, so you got to get, and he was in full agreement with that. So
Right.
I'm hopeful March 15th would be the date. I can keep in touch with you via, email and let you know, okay, or you'll see at the station that it's open.
Yeah.
So,
It looks really close right now, I must admit. Like, it doesn't look far off,
Yeah, he's got the counters going. He's got all of his equipment coming in. So
Right.
it's going to be nice. He's got his menu board all set to go.
Yeah.
So he's getting ready.
Good.
I mean, the lease has been signed, right?
The lease is signed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, and the agreement we made with him was that we would give him a set period where he could move in and renovate before we started charging the rent, but that, we would charge it as that's what I had, March 1st was ideal, March 15th would be the absolute latest. So whether he's ready to open or not, the lease starts March 15th.
Okay. Great.
But he'll be there. He should be there. And I'll know more when I meet with him next week and, go over with him exactly what's left.
That's good. You've been in touch with them pretty periodically. Good.
Yes, except, he was away for a little bit. But otherwise, yes, we talk a lot.
Good.
And that's all I have to report.
Okay. Good. I mean, I know it's a slow agenda here, everybody. Any other comments from the board? Or okay. With that, I guess it's 7:17 here. I'll make a motion here to adjourn the meeting. Someone want to second it?
Second.
I'll second that.
Excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Excellent.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.